What is up, riders? Doing a little dirt biking today. My buddies on the gas bikes. I'm on my 2025 and a half Surron Ultrabee, and just getting warmed up here to do a ride. It's like my second real ride on this bike after doing a few upgrades. Gonna try to keep up with my buddies on the gas. Two-stroke 300, we've got a 350 and another 300 KTM. Ridden with these guys a few times on my gas bikes. I know I'll be able to keep up with this Ultrabee. Ultrabee's really good. I'm really feeling this bike right now. This bike has got a few upgrades on it. It's got 21-inch front wheel with a tusk. It's like T35 knobby and an IRC knobby on the back. That's a 18-inch. Got a chain guide, got a skid plate, bar risers, and everything else is stock. Before this bike, I've had a Light Bee for 3 years, and I was kind of sick of the Light Bee. It wasn't really strong enough to do the kind of riding I wanted to do, which is hard enduro, single track stuff. But then I upgraded to this. Before the Ultrabee, I've had maybe 15 or 20 different dirt bikes. 250 two-strokes, 300s. I still have a 500 dual sport. 450s. Had pretty much everything, and still keep gas dirt bikes. Still a huge two-stroke guy, but loving the e-bikes, loving the electric dirt bikes. Woo! So the Surron Ultrabee, it's 3/4 the size of a dirt bike, even a small dirt bike like a 125. Like, the wheelbase is much shorter, and that leads to a really nimble, flickable bike. This thing is a proper weapon in single track, tight single track. And if you're riding with your buddies like I am on gas bikes, you'll keep up on single track, and most times you'll be waiting on them, because the way that you don't have to deal with a clutch or shifting, and this thing just squirts, like there's always torque on hand, so you're always just kind of getting it squirts, and you're always in the power band. So you definitely ride hard enduro single track stuff with your buddies on gas bikes. The one place that it can't really hang is the faster stuff, like the fourth or fifth gear, the whoops, the sand, and really rough double track quad trails where you're just pinned on a dirt bike and you're kind of like weight back, just letting the bike eat, like you know, like that's where this thing doesn't have the chassis stability of those bikes. But like, see this Rudy stuff, it just eats it up. And I'm on stock suspension. The suspension is really good. I have no complaints, and that's from coming off of late model Huskies, KTMs, Yamaha, stuff like that. It's not 10 out of 10, but don't let these reviewers and these shops online who are selling this stuff, they're reviewing Cirrus suspension. Oh, by the way, click the link below to buy it. Well, notice there's no affiliate links on my channel because I'm not in the business of earning $10 to beg you to buy parts that I'm pitching. If I was, I'd be like, yeah, this suspension's the best thing ever. Buy it and you'll be keeping up with the pros. Basically, you're a used car salesman, right? But don't feel the need to go out and spend $3,000 on serious suspension, because this stuff, stock stuff, is getting better and better. Front end, I'm like a fast intermediate rider, been on dirt for 20 years, and front end is stiff enough, stanchions are stiff enough, the action is good, the stroke is good. If you push it, it'll bottom, but the thing is, people will say, oh, I bottom so much. Bottoming isn't an issue. It's unpredictability that's the issue. If you have a fork that bottoms, but it's predictable through its stroke, then you can push on it, right? Trust your front end and not have to worry it's going to do something strange. And all I've done is fiddle the clickers a little bit on this, and you can see it's doing a really good job with the rocks and stuff, and the roots, the square edge shit. It's doing a really good job. Suspension feels good. No need to do anything to it. The only mod that you must do is the 21-inch front tire. Let's wait for the gas, boys, because we're a little bit too far front. Yeah, the 21-inch is a must do. It fixes your geometry. 19-inch front that came stock with this is unrideable. It washes the front end. Geometry is wrong. This is the only must do. And this bike really does well on these kind of loose, crappy downhills because of all the modulation you get with the rear brake being on the handlebars. And these are still one finger and at most two finger brakes, but it's just so confident going down because you're not feeling that rear brake pedal through your foot. And it really reminds me of downhill mountain biking a lot. So in terms of power, the 26, mine's like an early 26, so it doesn't have the software, the new software and stuff. But I can't remember. I think it's like the 60 amp hour battery and whatever it is, 21 kilowatts. The power is really good. I ride it in the daily mode on the trails, and it's plenty of power. Never feel like I need more power. I don't really put it in sport either. It's too twitchy. The fastest bike that I'm riding with right now is, I think, my buddy on his 2025 T300 Sparna, and we've drag raced a couple times, and honestly the Ultrabee is about 3 bike lengths in front until he shifts to like probably like 4th or 5th gear, because the torque on this just works. So then I know what your question is like, well, if I don't need to do $3,000 on the suspension, and I don't need a $3,000 battery and a $2,000 controller that these shops are saying must do, what do I spend my money on? How do I upgrade this bike? And I'm gonna throw a radical concept for you younger people, and you're gonna think, first of all, that's a waste of money. We'll just wait for the gas boys here. Spend your money on seat time. Spend your money, that $3,000 that you had, that you're gonna plug into making this a $10,000 bike. Spend it on seat time by taking time off work. Spend it on coaching. Spend it on instruction, on track time. because the funny thing is, the older I get, the more I realize it doesn't really matter kind of what you ride. And there'll always be something shiny and new, and a bunch of manufacturers that want to sell it to you. Totally transforms the bike, fixes it from the factory. But then you kind of get the more skilled riders out there riding anything and it works. They just don't bitch about every single thing. So that's my advice. Let's just do some, let's not talk as much. Do some more riding. All right, so our camera battery died on the trail. So let's wrap this up in the garage. This bike overall is a solid 8 out of 10, and the price is like a 5 out of 10. It's a really good bang for your buck as a whole. I paid $5,000 US to my door from Alibaba. Had absolutely no issues there. Got it from CZ Victory Company, so I can recommend them. Suspension on this bike is amazing for the price point. I really like the fork action. Very adjustable, no complaints at all. You don't need to upgrade it. Shock is a little bit worse, but still very, very good. Look at a revalve if you really are outriding this factory suspension. 100% needs the 21-inch front wheel upgrade. Don't even bother riding the 19. It just washes everywhere. It's kind of scary, hard to ride. Power levels, amazing. It's basically faster than all my gas bikes up until second or third gear. And then the gas bikes run away from it up top. But that first pull, that first few hundred feet, this thing's way, way ahead. I'm really happy with the power, and even the gearing's just about perfect from the factory. Fit and finish chassis, everything's really good. Everything's torqued properly. Fasteners are high quality. Manufacturing, the Chinese have now got it down. Like, there's no weird stuff. They're improving little bits and pieces every single year. They're learning quick. So these are really getting to be good bikes. What else? The electronics package, I find the traction control quite useful. And I was able to keep the factory traction control because the speed sensor bolted to that front wheel. This 2026 has a wheelie mode. It's just a gimmick. Just learn to wheelie. It doesn't really teach you anything. Has a crawl mode. Still kind of useless because of all the secret button presses that you have to do to get into that menu. Reverse is really useful. I like that. Reversing it off the truck or just a few inches on the trail. Whole bike weighs maybe 210 pounds with everything put on it now. I've got heavy duty tube and a moose in it, but yeah, as a package, it's a lot of bike for the money. I would just buy this, put the wheel on, and go ride the crap out of it. It's an awesome deal. I love the bike. I wouldn't upgrade this bike anymore. I wouldn't touch the controller. I wouldn't touch anything else because of how fast these are improving. Like, all those guys who spent 10 grand on upgrading their Surrons, now they're just kind of looking at these new ones saying, well, why did I do that when the new ones came out and they're better and they're cheaper? So just ride it for what it is. Love the bike. Any questions, drop them below. Thanks for watching.